Hey, how you doing? It's Doug Reynolds here. Welcome to my website or my blog. Thanks for visiting. This is your video update for the end of October and the beginning of November. Well, let's talk about the stats for a minute here. Basically, I think some good news from the statistics for Sacramento County for the September stats. The median price, it actually dipped a little bit. It went from 190,000 to 183,000. And it's kind of what I've been saying for a few months now. Since we bottomed out in February, we've been seeing, basically steady increases. It was about 167,000 we bottomed out at and got all the way up to 190 pretty quick. I said, hey, watch out, we're probably going to bounce around for a while here. So a little bit of a dip, I actually think that's a good sign instead of getting a little too overinflated in prices. It's going to be good if we actually just bounce around for a little while so we can find a nice steady bottom to this market before we can start seeing, gradual increases in our pricing here. So I think that's a good sign, to be honest with you. Sales and prices were kind of starting to run away for a little while, so hopefully they can kind of just bounce around down near the bottom there. Let's see, also another good sign, inventory. It actually went up a little bit for the first time in probably a year. We were at 3 months of inventory. It went up to 3.2. Granted, that's hardly any bit of a change, but hey, that's a good sign for buyers out there right now. Some of you buyers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I've been talking about multiple offers on properties within a couple of days over list price. So that's going to help us kind of find a little bit of a normal market if we can get a little bit higher of an inventory. Hopefully that can slowly continue, just a little bit more inventory at a time. We don't want a huge flood, but a little bit would be good. Other than that, the closed amount of sales stayed pretty much almost unchanged. It was a little bit over 1,600 closed sales for the month of September, so pretty much same there. Let's talk about the tax credit for a little while. As I've been telling you, it's set to expire at the end of November. November 30th is right now, as of taking this video, that is when it's set to expire. November 30th, 2009. You have to close escrow by then. Okay? But I've also been talking about there's a high possibility of it getting either extended or even expanded as well. So let's talk about this. Just recently, earlier this week, the House of Representatives, they just passed allowing military personnel who has served overseas for at least 90 days during 2009, they've extended the tax credit for anyone that's first-time home buyers in that category, military personnel, 90 days overseas. It's now extended for an additional year to the end of November 2010. It's expected to pass in the Senate and be signed into law by President Obama fairly quickly. So that's kind of the first sign of, hey, there's probably going to be something else coming. It's kind of a little bit of a niche there. They extended it for a year for that military personnel. But if I had to guess, as of right now, I think some form of the tax credit extension for at least first-time homebuyers is going to happen. There's a lot of talk, either just leaving it as is and just simply extending it, whether it be 6 months or a year. Just keep it, first-time homebuyer, $8,000, extend it. There's talks of extending it, but also phasing it out. It's $8,000 for 4 months, then it's down to $4,000, then it's down to $2,000, and then eventually gone. There's talks of expanding it to all buyers of primary residence, meaning they're going to move in and live in that house. And there's talks, so that way, what's happening right now with first-time homebuyers, it's really helping the low-end market, but our higher-end market is still struggling in Sacramento, a lot of the state, and even throughout the country. So they're talking about expanding it to anyone buying a house that they're going to live in. So what that would do is that would cause a lot of people that still have some equity in their house to sell their homes and actually move up to a bigger house or something like that, because they're going to have that extra incentive by getting the credit. If they sell their house, they can now move up. And even though they're not a first-time buyer, they're moving into the house they're going to live in, they can still get the credit. There's also talks of even expanding it to up to $15,000. So there's tons and tons of variations out there. A lot of politicians are pushing. I believe some form of it. It's too hard to say what's going to happen, but some form I think is going to happen as far as getting extended. Whether it just remain the same and just get extended on, or if they're going to expand it, whether changing the pricing or who's eligible for it or anything like that. So basically that's it for the month. This is your update. I'll give you another one in the middle of November, but this is your update for October, November here. Just want to say thanks for visiting my website. Don't forget to check my blog regularly, updated multiple times a week. Lots of good information in there about the market. If you're a buyer, feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email. Let me know what you're looking for, how I can help you. Got some great lenders I can put you together with to get pre-qualified that I work with that are great lenders. Also, if you're a seller out there, let me know. Feel free to call, email. Let me know how I can maybe come by and meet, talk about your property, show you my marketing strategy, how I can get you the home sold right now. And anyone else out there that might be upside down on their properties, or you know somebody that's in a bad situation, myself and a business partner and I, we team up and specialize in short sales as well. So I'd really like to help out anyone that's upside down their property. Maybe they have a notice of default, they're worried about losing their home. They really can minimize the damage to their credit if they short sale it. So once again, have a great day and clear skies.